Hello, everyone. How you doing? Happy Friday. Eighth stream in a row. I feel very proud of myself. I keep turning up. Let me know if everything is okay with things like the audio and whatnot. I normally try to come into this room and set up and be sort of ready to go and pretty chill when the stream starts. And like 10 minutes ago, my Wi-Fi decided to die on me. So I was in a panic trying to reboot everything and get it all right. So I'm hoping everything's okay. So if something is not up to my usual standard, let me know. I will try to troubleshoot. I don't know how good I'll be at troubleshooting, but just in case there's a connection issue and I drop out, I'll come back. I'll come back. So don't abandon me. Hopefully, now I've restarted everything, the stream will be solid. But I keep thinking I need to get a proper wired connection in this room because I'm worried my luck with the Wi-Fi connection will run out at some point, and I just don't need that stress in my life, to be honest with you. Um, and my goodness, I came in to StreamYard in a panic because everything was late and I had all these beautiful comments. So guys, thank you for being here. Happy Friday. I'm really excited because I'm knocking on the door of 2,500 subscribers, which is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. So thank you to everyone who's watching, subscribing, supporting. Like, I appreciate everyone that gives me a little bit of their time, and hopefully this will be entertaining. Hopefully I keep it to 2 hours again, guys. I love the idea of finishing at midnight, so fingers crossed that I can get there. First, as always, Carlos Burgos. How you doing, Carlos? Good morning, Helen and chat. Just sending my usual regards from New Jersey. That's supposed to get 6 inches of snow. With that bit of weather news, I hear Darth Allison might make an appearance. Yeah, I mean, Darth Allison, she's got thoughts and feelings about troopers and Dewback. So I will convey her sentiment. Don't worry, we'll get there, Carlos. Oh, Carlos, my hype man. Please don't forget to hit the like button for our dear Helen. And while you're at it, subscribe and bring lots of your friends. As you know, the stream is going to be superb. I'll catch the replay later. While eating my Tim Tams, you might want to check those out. Delicious. Helen, you need to try Argentinian, I hope I'm saying this right, alfajores. Are they a biscuit? I'm going to look that up later on because I'm intrigued as to what that is. But yeah, Tim Tams are amazing. I know Costa was able to get some at his Target. So they're floating around in the US. I don't think you guys have the full range, but if you can find them, chewy caramel is amazing. And do a Tim Tam slam. There's YouTube video tutorials. And when you gain 5, 10 kilos or pounds, don't blame me. It's Australia's gift to the world, the Tim Tam. Toy Collector, happy Friday, everyone. Time for another great stream. I hope so. As I said, I'm a little bit worried about this internet connection. So fingers crossed, guys. As I said, if I drop out, I will come back. I want to know if Helen was a Star Wars collector, would she do the Jew? No, probably not. Yeah. I'm quite happy not collecting Star Wars, given how big that line is, if I'm completely honest. There's enough people that love Star Wars. You don't need any more people in that fandom. Gilbert, hello. A great Friday, everyone. And I've got my She-Hulk. She is very heavy and amazing. My next will be Kang. Yeah, She-Hulk is... I've got her pose with John Wick. I love her. She's an amazing figure. And yeah, Kang, that looks pretty good too. So some nice pickups. I know Tiny Art Guy's got his Batman armory in. That's excited. I'm keen to hear what he thinks of the armory. Also morning to the chat. Hope everyone is doing great. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Xiaoron? Tell me if it's wrong. I don't know if that's a character name or what it is, but apologies if I'm butchering it. Enunciate your words. I wish my local comic book store would get Bad Batch Tech in. Need him to complete my team. Fair enough. Well, fingers crossed for you. Um, Anthony Stanfield, good morning. How are you? I think you're morning or afternoon. If you're in the UK, probably afternoon. Small rant. I'm a Batman collector and Hot Toys keeps messing up 89 2.0 textured suit, Flash modern suit with overly wrinkled face, Flash Batman chunky with separate cowl cape. Disappointing. Um, yeah, I mean, I can only talk to one of those three. I mean, I didn't think the texture on the 89 was that bad. I feel like it depends on the lighting conditions you have it in, personally. Um, but I mean, with the modern suit, I'm I'm contemplating putting a Batman Returns young Keaton sculpt on it if I do get it. So plan B, I don't know, but yeah, it's never nice to be expecting something and having that anticipation and it not being up to standard. So I'm sorry you're disappointed in them. Danny's here. Helen, hey girly, how are you? I'm okay. I was literally also just watching this amazing tennis match and this Aussie player just lost in like the match tie break. So that was also adding to my anxiety before the stream. But it is what it is. AJ Agruso, hello friends. Hope all is well. Let's talk some figures. I know, right? So ready to chat. We've already got so many people in here, which is awesome. Ren's is here. Happy Friday, everyone. Hey Ren's, how you doing? Bobby D, I'll just assume Shuri attacked the Wi-Fi router. Look, bless her little heart. Whenever there's an issue with the Wi-Fi, because where my router is, she's been known to climb. It's kind of on a shelving unit. Oh, she's just walked in. She's heard her name. And there's on occasion that I'm like, did Shuri step on the router, which she has literally never done in 3 years. But my mind goes there too. But no, look at her. Look at my little monkey. She's innocent. I cannot blame her for that. So just got to hope the internet gods are kind. She's just going to hang out because, I've put her on the thumbnail for the stream now. So you're getting both of us. It's just the Shiro and Shuri show. I'm still sick, y'all. Oh, sorry to hear that, Danny. It's interesting because it's summer here in Australia, but like at work, there's so many people that have like head colds, and one of my like team members has bronchitis. It was like 40 degrees Celsius yesterday, and I'm like, why do people have winter illnesses? So, sorry to hear you're sick, and I hope you're feeling better soon. Tiny Art Guy, hi Helen and chat, happy weekend. I mean, it is for you. You're going to be playing with your armory with Bruce Wayne and Batman. That's awesome. Keith Lee's here. Happy Friday, everyone. Thanks for coming along, Keith. Great to see you. Tiny Art Guy, deep joy for me as I discover the armory just fits into my module case by about 1 millimeter. Wow. That's lucky. So I'm glad it's fitting for you. That's awesome. And yeah, I'm keen to know what you think. I have to be honest, I do like the look of the new Batman. I wish I could get that on its own. I don't feel like I need another armory or a Bruce Wayne, but I would love a new Batman. That would be awesome. Brian Davies, g'day to all Australia from Wales. Wales, that's cool. I don't think I've had anyone from Wales in the chat before. Welcome. Thanks for coming along. Hi Helen and everyone in the chat. Happy Friday. Hey Dark Knight Archives, how are you? Tim Tams are very nice. Remember to bite the alternate ends off and use them as a straw when having coffee or hot chocolate, or a nice cup of tea. But yeah, Tim Tams, delicious. That's essentially what a Tim Tam slam is, folks. Can recommend. Excited for another Friday with friends. I know, right? Me too. It's just a habit now, to be honest. It just feels like such a nice way to roll into the weekend. I come home, get the stream, get to chat collecting with you guys. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. Mike Vale is here. Hey everyone. Got to say, the only thing that surprised me about the J&D recall is how long it took to issue said recall. Well, we're going to talk about that because there's some interesting screenshots floating around about different messages J&D put out. So there's a few things to question there. So we will get there eventually. Don't worry. Any news on your John Wick? Mine should be here today. Beyond excited. No, sadly, I paid my last installment and I paid it early because it wasn't due till like I think the 15th, but I paid it last week in the hope that they would send it to me early, and nothing. I keep checking my credit card to see if they've billed me for shipping. I keep checking my email. I got nothing. So I'm waiting for John, but when I get him, I'll unbox him. I'll unbox him with you guys. So I got it from Sideshow so I could get the special edition because here in Australia it was just the standard. And I needed John Wick with all the guns, so I was never going to settle for anything less. So hopefully he's not too far away from me. I don't know if a lot of people from Sideshow have got him already or whether it's kind of like a trickle. I've never ordered from them before, so this is all sort of uncharted territory for me. God, I'm not doing a good job enunciating my words, guys. Apologies. Tully's here. Buenos dias, Helen. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Cheers. I'm doing well, and I hope you are too. Notice you didn't get any 22 Batman figures. Not a fan. Or yeah, I do. I got the Battinson. I unboxed him on the channel. I've got the Drifter. I've got the Bat Cycle that I also unboxed on the channel because who live unboxes a vehicle? Like just crazy Australians. So I do. I've got like in my detolf, I've got 2 detolfs which you guys can't see. I've got like a shelf that is 22 Batman. So I liked it. I liked the movie, had no objection to the movie. I thought it was a good movie, and I loved that it wasn't another year 1 Batman story, because I swear if I saw pearls breaking in an alleyway again, I might have lost my mind. But I was just a bit disappointed that Hot Toys didn't give us the Zoe Kravitz. So I was being a bit stubborn, and then I had an opportunity to get it at a really great price from a local toy shop, and then it was in for a penny, in for a pound. Pop Culture had the Bat Cycle on sale. I was really lucky to pick up the Topo Drifter set. So no, I've got my little set up. But yeah, the thing I was debating was on 1/6 kit, they said they were getting a few more of the Barboss figures, which is the Penguin. And I was going, do I, don't I? But where I've currently got them displayed, I have no more room. So I don't want to buy figures I don't have room for. So I'm a bit torn about what to do with that one. Clinton Martin, howdy folks. Howdy Clinton, how are you? My one cat has stepped on the power strip for my modem a few times and turned it off. Always fun when my whole TV goes off. Yeah, cats are fun. And I mean, Shuri, bless her heart, she's been good with the router. But I did have an issue where like I had like a sound bar in front of my TV and she would walk on the sound bar, and that was problematic. And I did have to put some double-sided tape on it so it would be sticky and she wouldn't want to walk on it. So fingers crossed since then we've been okay. But yeah, it's funny because every time there's an issue with the Wi-Fi, I'm like, is Shuri standing on the shelving unit? But she never is. So the poor thing just gets falsely accused by me all the time. Hello, mate. Hello, mate. How you doing? Thanks for joining me. Oh, by the way, Helen, I cleared my work schedule for all calls for the next 4 hours, so feel free to stream on. Look, I'm hoping I can stick to 2 hours again because it was lovely going to bed at midnight, not gonna lie. Because sometimes when the streams end and it does take you a while to kind of relax and calm yourself down. And I just find that like, yeah, if you're not getting to sleep till 2 or 3, like your Saturday is not a fun day. So I'm hoping I can wrap this up by midnight. Fingers crossed, pray for me. So many figures showing up and shipping. This is nuts, but also very fun. Yeah, AJ, you've got a few things on the way. I feel like John Wick is the only thing I've got coming soon, but I am hoping I'll snag a Bane when it arrives in Australia. So everybody keep your fingers crossed for Helen so she can get a Bane. InArt is having an event this weekend. I'm curious to see what surprises are in store. I can't wait. The leaked images are exciting. I hope there's more we haven't seen. Yeah, I've got the leaked images, so we'll definitely talk about that. And I'm keen as well. And it's interesting because just before the stream, Renz shared a post with me where InArt also said that people that go to the event will get a free, is it Morphig? Their 12th scale line, Dark Knight figure. So that's interesting. So maybe this weekend we'll start seeing a little bit of in-hand footage of the 12th scale figures, so that'll be interesting to see. But I'm the same because like the teasers were great, but there's still figures they've previously shown us that we haven't had any update on. So we'll definitely talk about the InArt leaked photos. We will get there. I've got a trade coming for rooted InArt bats. Cool. I currently have Hot Toys version, but need Barboss to go with him. Yeah, I mean, the Barboss figure looks really nice. The Riddler looks pretty good as well. So I think it's 6 Feet Lane Studio. Is that the name? But it's like Mars Toys and another company. They both look nice. And I mean, I keep hoping Hot Toys will give us a bit more from that line, given how the Penguin did, and we've got a sequel coming out, which, you know, I know has been delayed by a year, which is such a bummer. But that's cool. And I've been contemplating the because on 1/6 kit there's the swap out hairpiece for the Hot Toys Batman. And I contemplated it, but I am using that sculpt for the Drifter. So I'm going, is that a little bit wasted because I have the hoodie on him? I don't know. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, I mean, that sounds like a good trade. Good morning, collectors. The movie canon. Good morning to you. Goodness, so many people. Geo saying hello. That's cool. I'm just happy to get content, Helen, so no worries. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to think of content. No, I do have some ideas of what my next few videos will be, but everyone's enjoying the stream. So as I said, I'll keep rolling with it, and I'm keen to know. So let me know whether that's in the chat now or in the comments if you're watching the replay. Do you want me to keep streaming throughout Chinese New Year? Like, the news might be a bit slower, but I thought maybe I can come up with some conversation topics or see if I can get someone to join me. We can have a bit of a Q&A type thing. If I can find people with which the time difference works, maybe I can interview Shuri. She's just walked into the room again. She can talk about her experience with me. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if you guys want the stream to keep rolling, even when there's not so much news. Because I'm a streamer of the people. My goodness, I don't know what she's doing. 4 showed up this week, just another shift, and then 6 more Star Trek to come behind that. And yeah, maybe 1 InArt. Wow, that's at least a dozen figures. So AJ's got quite the haul coming up soon, so that's very cool. Those Star Trek figures are visually very appealing. Whenever AJ shared photos of them, I'm always quite impressed with them. Helen, have you ever gotten anything from Pop Collectibles? I have not. The only Hong Kong reseller I've bought from is Toys Buying Agent, so I can't speak to Pop Collectibles. I feel like lately there's been some people not very happy with their service from Pop Collectibles. So I just hope people get their figures. And I still feel so bad when I see people posting about how many items they had paid off with like Toys Wonderland that they're never going to see. So it is such a bummer. I don't like hearing those stories. Kind of want to make a Drifter figure now if anyone knows where to find that Topo set. Danny, I'm pretty sure there's meant to be a restock with 1/6 kit. So someone had said in the comments whenever I did one of those streams that in January there was expected to be more stock. So if you're in Kit's group, I just keep an eye out there to see. Because yeah, I feel like Topo does tend to have a decent amount of stock, and I can imagine that being quite popular. So I hope you can get it. So there's also the Present Toys one as well, which I don't have, but I've seen photos of. So Present Toys Plan B. JND recalled their Boris Johnson Joker. Yeah, they have. How are you, Shiny? I don't know that you've been on a live stream with me before. Of course, keep the streams going. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good morning from SoCal. Collection Obsession. Hello. Welcome. Yes, please keep the content coming. Oh, thank you, AJ. That's very kind. Curious, Helen, how many pre-orders do you currently have? Great question. I went through that on my New Year's stream, and now I've got to test my memory. So I have the Jazz Inc. Clean DX Catwoman. I have a bunch of So-So Toys figures. So I've got the Deathstroke, I've got the Supergirl, the Future Flash, and the Reverse Flash. I've got those. I've got the Batman Returns Deluxe. I've got the Endgame Wanda. Oh god, I'm gonna check my phone. I literally keep a list of all my figure related things on my phone because I just find it helps me keep a track of like what I want and what I need to get. So what haven't I mentioned? Oh, the DX33 Joker. How did I forget that one? So I've got the Joker. I've got the Mars Toys Two-Face. I've got that on pre-order. I think that's the most for full figures. And then I need to pre-order the Batman and Robin figures from the movie of the same name. So they're ones that I will be pre-ordering really soon. And I'm also contemplating the Stealth Captain America, but I'm waiting to see what happens with that Bucky that they teased, because if I'm going to update Steve, because I've got in the DTOF like the 4 figures from the Winter Soldier movie, if I'm updating Steve, I want to know that I can update Bucky. So I'm waiting to see what happens with Bucky before I commit to Cap. So what's that? That's more than 10, I think, which is a lot for me. I feel like I generally don't have a lot of pre-orders going, but yeah, a lot of third party for me, actually. That's at least 5. Unfortunately at 20 plus POs right now. Wow. That is a lot. Yeah, I'm mindful of space, so I feel like during Chinese New Year I need to make some decisions about this room, and if I am or am not doing another garage display cabinet, because if I'm not, I need to not go into any new lines because I am going to reach capacity very soon. Dr. No. Dr. No. Hi, Helen. Thank you for your live streams. I appreciate your time and effort. Warm regards from the UK. Thank you. That's very kind. I appreciate everyone that stops by. Do you collect 66 Batman figures? Have you seen the newly released Mars Toys 66 Riddler? I don't collect the 66 figures, but I do have an appreciation for them. I think Mars Toys has done a really great job with the, what was it called? The prank villain, and then the Riddler, and even the teaser images they've done for the Penguin look really nice. It's probably a bit before my time. So while I've seen like the movie more than the TV series, not quite for me, but I'll be honest, when that Cesar Romero Joker came out and it looked so good, I did start having FOMO and I almost bought one. But as I said, I'm trying to stick to my lines and what I have space for. So not for me, but I do appreciate that they are very nice figures. I just PO'd Kit Fisto from Revenge of the Sith on my Jedi train right now for PO. I don't know what a Kit Fisto is. I know it's a Star Wars thing, right? Darth Allison's not here to tell me. I'm at 32 pre-orders myself, all on Sideshow. Wow, that's a lot of pre-order. That is a lot of pre-order. What artisan figures are you hoping get announced most, if any? Look, I wanted Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, but I didn't want her as artisan. And then I didn't order her for reasons. But I mean, I want the artisan Captain Marvel that was teased or was rumored and then nothing came of. I would love, I think I've said this so many times, I'd love an Avengers 1 Black Widow that I think is in desperate need for a 2.0. I would also love to see Avengers 1 Thor. I think that one has great potential as well. But yeah, I guess for me, there's just figures I want, like whether they're artisan or not. I don't know that that's a showstopper for me. It just depends on the figure. But yeah, I think Avengers 1 Black Widow, because the hair on mine is not amazing. Like the paint apps on the sculpt look very dated, and just this material on the suit, like I think Hot Toys could do such a better job of that today if they were to do it. Oh, but you know what else has just popped into my mind now? I don't know that they would do it given they just did this figure. Anne Hathaway Catwoman. The 2.0 is a bit divisive. Like, I'm a Dark Knight collector. She's literally the only female character produced as a figure. And I mean, you know, I get it. You're not going to produce a Rachel, but yeah. And what else? Oh my God. Now they're all coming to me. Nurse Joker. Give me seamless body. Give me rooted hair. Nurse Joker. And I know that's, again, another one that's divisive, but I want Nurse Joker to complete my little Joker shrine here. So I would absolutely love, I would love Nurse Joker. Chat, post your pre-order numbers. Yeah, I'm keen to see. It's so interesting because, yeah, last year felt like a big year for me for the number of figures I got, because I feel like in my collecting, I'm more doing little like kit bashes and improving on current things. But I think I still got like a dozen new figures last year, which is not a lot, but for me it was a lot. So yeah, I'm keen to know how many POs do people have. I'll need to later this year get a new garage shelf for some future statue placing. Yeah, I mean, and this is the temptation, right? Like I get ads to Pop Culture, and they were showing like 1-to-1 scale Batman cowls, and I was like, do not start buying cowls and props. And no, like, there's so much temptation. Jazzy's here. Hi Jazzy, how are you? Happy Friday. Yeah, I agree, too many pre-orders, but Hot Toys has been killing it with the announcements lately. Too much heat coming, gotta jump in head first. Yeah, and I get it, because this is my experience now with trying to find Bane. Like, and She-Hulk, I got lucky. Like, I didn't pre-order, and it was stressful trying to find them. So I know there's some people like, don't pre-order, the price drops, but I just feel like I'm the kind of person that I'd rather know I've got it in the bag. And I feel like that's the swings and roundabouts on collecting. Like, you can't get everything at a bargain bin price. Like, sometimes you just got to pay retail. And yeah, I personally, yeah, I'm not pre-ordering. That's not good England, but anyway. I'm waiting to see if InArt follows through on their Hathaway Catwoman. Yeah, I think we all are. I have no interest in the JND one. It's way out of my price range. I have about a dozen currently on PO. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty reasonable number to have. Realistic choices, honestly, also very based. That Harley was your first mention. I don't know what that word's meant to mean, but I'm assuming you're happy. But yeah, I loved that look from the Suicide Squad from Harley. I always wanted Margot Robbie Harley, but with more of that comic look. And I'm a bit bummed it wasn't done as a standard release. So we'll see if she makes it to the collection. Have 10 pre-orders, but 2 have been released and just waiting on shipping. Captain Jack and Paul Atreides. That's cool. A lot of people seem to be getting those Paul figures pretty quickly. I've been quite surprised seeing a lot of pictures of Ron and Paul out in the wild. Not so many Joker 4-packs, so it will be interesting to see how long it takes for everything to release. 11 pre-orders. Okay, I feel like that's a reasonable number. Blue Tattoo. Hey, everyone. Hey, Blue, how are you? Thanks for joining us. We're talking about how many pre-orders we all have. It's interesting to hear it range. I think someone was in the 30s, which is the highest so far. Oh my goodness. I've seen some folks say they're sitting on 60 plus pre-orders. Absolutely insane, although I feel insane being where I'm at. Well, I mean, 60's a lot. My goodness. Yeah, I wonder with people who have that many pre-orders, are they doing payment plans? Like, how do you manage that? Because, like, in Australia, it's not a drip like Sideshow. Well, I don't know if Sideshow is a drip. Like, in Australia, we get a shipment, and that could be 10 to 15 figures, and it generally makes me pretty happy that I'm selective, because it's very rare for me to have more than one thing drop in the same shipment. So I feel like I'm pretty lucky that most of my stuff gets spaced out. Only 4 pre-orders for me, which is more than I ever usually have. Yeah, I have about 12, which is way more than what I usually have. Mitchell Lawrence passing through. Hello, Mitchell. How you doing? Brad's still waiting for Artisan Joker. Okay, who did you order that through? Is that through Sideshow or someone or a Hong Kong reseller? Let us know. I got Paul from Pop Culture, so curious to see if it'll take longer than them. Look, Toy Collector, I think it will. I know that, was it last week that someone told me they finally got invoiced for their Superman from Pop Culture. So I find that arrangement very interesting because Pop Culture is one of their few official distributors, and they seem to have a lot of licensing for Australia and New Zealand. So I guess I naturally thought that you would try to service your official retailers more quickly, but that doesn't seem to be the way that they're doing it. So yeah, I'll be keen to see how long that takes you because as I said, people are only just now getting their invoices for Superman, which came out a while ago. I'm at 18 pre-orders and I'm trying to shave it down. That's fair enough. Sideshow does pre-orders early. Roughly 15. I'm waiting to see InArt updates on Rises Hathaway Catwoman. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Hot Toys 2.0, so I'm open to considering the InArt depending on what we're getting. I'm good afternoon here in the UK. That's good. Blue, I have 41 orders just with is that what you call them? That's with POs from Kit and a couple other places. Yeah, that's fair enough. That is a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff. Goodness. Okay. That took half an hour. Will I be able to keep to a 2-hour stream? Who knows? We'll see how we go. So I'm going to start launching into the slides. Mitchell, 7 pre-orders for me. Finally, my Sideshow John Wick is shipping. Oh, mine is not shipping yet. I'm assuming, do they email you to say we're charging you for shipping and it's coming? I don't know. First time ordering with them, but it's paid off. I'm just, whenever they want to take my money for the shipping, I am more than happy for them to do that. Because I want my John Wick, because then I can finish my display with the 3 different looks that I want to have for John Wick. Got Bane 2.0 yesterday. He's heavy. Yeah, he looks so good too. So I'm hoping I can pick one up. I really regret not pre-ordering that. Sideshow email you. Okay, awesome. I will keep waiting and hopefully one gets on a plane to me in Australia soon. Definitely have payment plans, yeah. I like the way Sideshow does it, and it's been interesting because the experience with Pop Culture is quite different. Like, you've only got 2 options. You either pay it all up front, or you pay a $100 deposit and then they bill you the full amount when the figure comes in stock. Whereas I like the way Sideshow do it. Like, you've got the NRD and then you've got the payments in the plan. But then it's very easy to like reschedule a payment, to pay it early, to do all that. Like, it's a very flexible system. So I have to say that, and just the wait list, like having a wait list you can join. These are all things I wish the Pop Culture website would have, because if something's not there, when it comes in stock, you're literally just checking the website constantly to see if they have any spare stock. So I wish they had a wait list. That's how I got John Wick. I joined the wait list and then it converted and I was able to get him. I'm okay with the Pop Culture delay for InArt. Gives me more time to make payments on it. Yeah, that's fair enough. Got This Rain and the Scorch Xenomorph on pre-order. Hope we get Andy as well. Yeah, I mean, have I seen Aliens? No. Are you new here? I don't watch anything. But I know when we showed the Xenomorph, there was a lot of people that were saying they hope that Hot Toys makes rain, and they did. So here she is. I'm assuming she has like a Ripley type role in this movie. I don't really know much about Aliens, but I know Ripley's kind of the main protagonist from at least that first movie, and I know that's a popular figure. So Hot Toys came out with this, and again, it's been a little bit quiet on the announcement and release front, which makes me wonder, we're 12 days from Chinese New Year. is it going to be a quiet 12 days or is it going to be a busy 12 days? I don't know. I'm kind of wondering if they leave us on some kind of cliffhanger before Chinese New Year. I've never seen this Alien film. Is this Jennifer Lawrence or just looks like her? I don't think it's Jennifer Lawrence. No. We don't stop yapping in chat, so you can't carry on the stream. Well, I mean, I like to read the comments as well, and I mean, I yap on. Like, I turn every comment into a story, so I'm my own worst enemy here. Same, I don't know who this girl is. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me, Tully. I've got no idea. Received emails yesterday. Bane and Riddler 2-pack are on the way. Nice. Yeah, everyone's getting Bane. I'm super jealous. I hope I can get one. Alien Romulus is on Disney Plus. It's a good watch. Oh, that's cool. I have Disney Plus, believe it or not. Do I use it? I feel like my mum uses my Disney Plus more than me. Are the original movies there? Because someone said to me to watch Aliens, and Romulus. So, they should have made Naru from Prey. I also don't know what that is, guys. I'm so sorry. They had the audacity to make this girl and we're still waiting on a Wong. Unreal. Justice for Wongers. Justice for Okoye as well. My goodness. I just want an Okoye so bad. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people that would want Wong either for an Avengers display, a Doctor Strange display, a Spider-Man, No Way Home display, She-Hulk. So many options. Looks like the bald girl from Stranger Things. You think so? You think she looks like 11? Don't wrong Wong. Oh, goodness. Wow, Tully's on a roll. Tully's very passionate about Wongers, and I hope you get him one day. I really hope you do, and I hope I get my Okoye one day. Ramstein fan, hello, howdy, Helen and chat. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Prey is the last Predator film. I've seen none of them. I know you're all shocked. I'm so sorry. Pass on Rain, but an Artisan Ripley with Power Loader would be an instant dopo. Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of love for Ripley, so maybe what's old is new, right? Justice for Okoye and the adorable Malache. Yeah, I'd love to see Okoye. Romulus happens between Alien and Aliens. Oh, okay, so could watch Alien, Romulus, and then Aliens. I quite enjoy Romulus today. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, some people do that with the Marvel movies, right? Because on Disney Plus, you've got the order to see the cinematic release order or the date where they fall sort of historically, which is like a totally different sequence of movies. So it's more chronological. So, okay, maybe. Oh, here we go. Ramstein fan knows who she is. Is it Callie Spaney? I don't know. I hope I didn't say that wrong. Yeah. A Ripley 2.0 and Alien Warrior is coming. Oh, really? That would be interesting. Romulus was cool and enjoyable. Yeah, I feel like I only heard positive things about it, but as I said, I haven't really seen much of the franchise, so I cannot comment. JB, hello everyone. Hello JB, how are you? Happy Friday. Dark Knight Archives. I want Hot Toys to officially announce the 2022 Batmobile they teased so long ago. I know Jazz Inc. offered the 22, but too many QC issues with their products for the price point. Look, Dark Knight Archives, you got to be careful where you make those Jazz Inc. comments, because my goodness, the faith militant, the fans are very passionate and will not hear a bad word. But I mean, I agree, and I wonder if it's coming for the sequel, but then could it be a totally different vehicle? I don't know. I just have to think too much time has passed at this point to get something from the first movie, but I mean, they're making a bat missile, right? But I'm a bit the same. I feel like, because everybody just wants to crap on the Hot Toys 89 Batmobile now. I love it. It's great. This is where I come back to, there's a difference between people who like something that looks cool and people who need minute. Oh my God, it needs to be 100% accurate with every, like, I've never been I'm not counting the stitches between Catwoman's eyes in the mask. Like, that's never been me. But for accuracy, some people think that's important, and if that's their preference is jazz ink and all that, then absolutely go for it. For me, I'm very happy with the Hot Toys vehicles that I have, and I have no plan to upgrade them. So every company has QEC issues. Yeah, look, that's true to a degree, but I kind of agree that the price point that those vehicles are coming at, and I'm not picking it. I'm not picking at Jazz Inc. I feel like this is a factual statement. The sentiment has always been get later batch, and those first batches always seem to be problematic. So I think it's a thing. The 22 Jazz Ink is badass. I have no issues with mine. Well, I'm very happy that yours is without problem. Helen, my John Wick has shipped from Sideshow, should arrive Wednesday. Oh, wish mine would ship. Where's mine, Sideshow? Do an Aussie girl a favour. So, Rain is here, and look, I think this is a really cool looking figure. You've got like seamless arms, like not at the wrists, but at the elbows, which is cool. I like the little alien accessories that you can put on the base. She comes with a few things, and even I kind of like that at least with one of the wrists, you can hide the wrist peg with the sort of sweatband and the watch. So I think this looks cool. I think it's nice that they've made more than just an alien figure. So lovely that they've made a person. I have to laugh because I had a co-worker who's into collecting, and he's like, this kind of looks like you. And I was like, oh, I'm flattered. I don't think so, but bless you for saying that. But yeah, it looked, as I say, I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's a good looking figure. So that's good. The accuracy nerds are OCD passionate. Yeah, I mean, that's why I keep saying there's the accuracy collectors and there's the it looks cool collectors. And I very much feel like if I like the look of it and I think it looks cool, I'm not dying on the ditch of accuracy. But I know, let's say, we all collect in different ways and neither is right or wrong. I just, I always come back to, I just don't like people, like if you're happy and expressing excitement about something you've bought, like for me, the 89 Batmobile, the Hot Toys one, and I had people that wanted to come into my like unboxing and like rag on it because it's not the Jazz Ink one. And I'm like, I don't like, if you prefer that one, that's cool. Like I'm happy with what I have. And if someone is excited and enjoying collectibles, like if you don't have something nice to say about something they're clearly happy about, like scroll on. Like I just would never want to like rain on someone's parade in that way. But not every collector is like that. So I just feel like if you're that OCD person, don't be like coming out the people that are happy with the Hot Toys version, because it's their collection and what they have in their collection makes no difference to your life at the end of the day. Good use of the X23 body. Bobby, that's a really good point. Because I mean, Laura and Rain are probably, like, to me, look like they'd be pretty similar stature-wise. So, yeah. Howie Chan, he's a crafty devil. Nice to see other franchises, even if it's not for me. Yeah, I agree, because I feel like for the longest time it was too much Star Wars, too much Marvel. So I'm the same. Even if something's not for me, if we're getting a bit of variety, I'm quite happy to see that. Rain is a cool figure. Might pick her up with the Scorched Alien. That's cool. Love my Jazz Ink 89, but it does have issues. The biggest issue is the mold on the driver's side fender. It wings out a tad. Everything is too expensive these days. Yeah, Brad, I hear you. Like, when I first started collecting Hot Toys, they were like about $300 Australian. And now, I feel like if something is less than $550, I'm genuinely shocked. Like a die-cast Iron Man here is like around $750. So I agree. The prices just keep going up. I have 5 Jazz Ink Batmobiles and they are all incredible with no issues. Customer service was impeccable. Not a Jazz Ink stand, just a happy customer. Yeah, that's fair enough. If you've gotten 5 without issue, like, I'm happy. That's good. I mean, I don't I don't know how typical a story that is, but I mean people have always said Yost resolves these issues, and in my head I'm like, well, as he should. But that's good. If you've not had issues to start with, even better. So I'm happy to hear that. I'd defo be in for an Aliens Ripley and Power Loader. Yeah, quite a few people have been saying that. So hopefully, if they're going down that Aliens line, maybe they will revisit Ripley. That would be cool. So this was interesting. So I think this was today. Hot Toys released the Hono. Is it symbiote suit? Is it Venom or Spider-Man? Don't shoot me. But what I thought was interesting was we didn't get the typical announcement with blogger photos. They actually shared an unboxing video from Figure Hideout, which, to be honest, I think is really cool. Like, I love the idea of not just having the blogger photos, like we all talk about how divisive they can be. So I think video just gives you a different perspective on the figure, and Figure Hideout does amazing job with the footage. I think you always get a really good view of the figure and what it looks like. So I thought it was cool that they tried something a little bit different and they reposted his unboxing to announce that this had been released. So bit of an interesting figure in that it looks like that suit is cloth. So I'm quite keen to see with time, how does that go? Because people, they want the dynamic posing for the Spider-Man, which this should give you, but is there the potential for the material to get stuck or pinched into some of the joints? I don't know. So it will be really interesting to see how this one holds up with a little bit of time. I have no idea who's is. Is she related to David Carradine? She's from Alien Romulus. I'm on the edge for this figure, but I'll probably get her. I have the Alien on PO, so I'm probably going to get her. Yeah, get Rain. Get Rain, AJ. Pajama Spider-Man. Yeah, it's a little bit like that with the cloth, right? He looks so comfortable. Yeah, I mean, just needs some Ugg boots and he'll be right at home. Also, Figure Hideout makes the best reviews, I think, and he doesn't advertise shady reseller websites. Look, I agree. I've even watched some of his reviews that are in Chinese because he has a Chinese language channel. And I think sometimes when there's a high frequency of figures, sometimes he just does reviews in Chinese. So I watched his Chinese language review of the John Wick figure and I couldn't understand, but I still really enjoyed the footage and I felt like I could still follow along and understand some of the points he was trying to make. But yeah, I love having different people with different styles and different perspectives. So as I said, I kind of love that Hot Toys were like, hey, we're going to do something a little bit different with this announcement. And I would love to see it for Hot Toys figures as well. Like, Sideshow does that first look unboxing. Like Hot Toys, there's so many content creators over there in Hong Kong. Like, if they're getting it and I don't know if it's through an arrangement or just them sharing it because they like the video, I was like, why not? I think it gives you a really good look at the figure and the different accessories. Snuggly symbiote Spidey about to Netflix and chill. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, it's interesting. I am keen to see how that suit goes with time. Suit looks like spandex, but what's the price point? I only really know Hono in like Australian dollars, and I feel like they're about 300 Australian. So is that maybe like 220-ish US? Someone correct me on that. As I say, I mainly look at prices in AUD, and I feel like the Honos have been around 300 Australian. Figure Hideout is my favorite viewer. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I also like 6-scale Kawu. He does very short, sharp unboxing videos where you get a good look at the figure. And I also like MRC. They're probably 3 of the ones that I'm watching the most at the moment. I'm not into the Hono line personally. I've nothing against this. I'm just used to the quality from Hot Toys. Yeah, that's fair enough. I think I would like to see Hono go beyond just Marvel. But it seems to just predominantly be a Marvel sub-brand. So Yeah, I love the unboxings, top notch. Yeah, I agree. I've got both Hono Wolvies and they're great figures, waiting on Magneto next. Price point isn't bad either. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they are pretty reasonably priced. I too watch his videos in Chinese, still great look at the figures. Yeah, they are. They really are. But yeah, it's because it's a shame because, as I said, not every review gets made in English. So the Chinese language ones are always done super quick. And as I said, like particularly now I'm doing the stream and the blogger photos can be so hit and miss. Like I love the guys over there in Hong Kong that are giving us very quick first-hand looks at the figures. Oh, and Azuki Toys is another one that seems to get figures pretty quickly and posts in-hand footage. So like those guys over there, yeah, I really appreciate all the stuff they're doing to give us very quick looks at the figures. I have 3 Jazzing Batmobiles. The only perfect one I own is the 66. The other 2 are awesome, but not perfect. They have mold issues. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's never a nice feeling. MRC is another great reviewer as well. Yeah, I love, with Reagan, I love how much he will push the figure for articulation. I think he's very brave to do that, and we're very lucky as a community that he's willing to push the figures as much as he does. I really like getting that insight into what a figure can and can't do before I get mine. Just so Hono Spidey's on Sideshow for $175. Not too bad. Okay, that's cheaper than what I thought it was going to be. Folks going to go crazy with the dynamic poses with this Spidey. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Question for the chat. Helen, I have the comic Venom on PO, classic suit Spidey, and black suit Spidey. Should I sell the black suit and get the Hono instead? Helen's probably not the best person to ask Equan, but I'm hoping our friends in the chat who probably own more Spider-Man figures than me, because I owned one Hot Toys Spider-Man figure. I had a third-party one as well, and they're no longer in my collection, so I'm not the best person to ask. But I'm hoping there is some Spider-Man fans in here that will guide you. So chat, if you would, kindly, there's 40 of you. There's got to be someone who loves Spider-Man and can help Equan out. My issue with Hot Toys cars are the fact they're underscaled. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I think this is accuracy versus cool. I mean, for 89 is like a meter long. I don't know that I need it longer than that. But as I said, everyone is collecting and wanting different things, and that's fair enough. MRC is great too. I love that he zooms in on the head sculpts. Yeah, I just enjoy his setup as well. He just gives you a great look at the figure, and this is the thing, like the videos these guys are doing, the lighting, the quality, everything is just top notch. So I really enjoy all their content. Here we go. No, stick with the one you have. They may look out of place a bit alongside those other VGMs, video game line. There we go. Thanks, Tully. And Anthony, I would stick with the Hot Toys figures. They are better quality than Hono. Ramstein fan, don't get rid of the ones you have. And he's the one as well. Oh, he's this one as well. Okay. But, so, really nice unboxing video by Figure Hideout. And I have to say, guys, like, I really dig these bases that the Hono figures come with. Like, I love that they give you that little comic book cover, little bit of artwork. You do have to cut it out and put it in there yourself. And you know what? It's a little thing, but they give you a clear, like, acrylic stand for the Hono figures. I'm like, why don't we get clear acrylic stands for the Hot Toys figures? That doesn't happen on a consistent basis. But I love this. I have to say, like, you can display this on its own and it looks beautiful. Or if you had a bunch of different Hono figures, to have them with those comic book backgrounds, like, I just think that looks so cool. So I have to say, even though it's meant to be the cheap entry-level line, I do feel like the bases and the presentation that you're getting, like, that base is, to me, more visually attractive than just the hexagonal bases that you get from Hot Toys. And the way I saw Figure Hideout assembling this, like, you can just use the sort of square base, or you can attach that backdrop to them. So again, when things are modular like that, like I'm a really big fan. I think Equan got the answers they were seeking, so that's awesome. Thank you, chat. Bases are cool. Love how they all match too. Yeah, I'm a sucker for things like that. Like, I don't like when a line has different bases that don't match. It's a little thing. If you have the Tom Holland homemade suit, this symbiote suit will look great alongside that one. Yeah, that's a good point, because that is cloth as well. So what's next, guys? Guys, Trooper, I was sitting here minding my own business, and I'm hearing screaming, and I'm like, what the heck is up with Darth Allison now? She's very over the top when it comes to the Star Wars. And she saw this, and she said to me, Helen, this is a BBBD. And I was like, Allison, what the hell is a BBBD? Like, you're not making any sense. And she said, this is a big, bloody, beautiful Dewback. And I was like, is that a thing? Is that not a thing? Kind of looks like a big, creepy lizard face to me. So I have to say, with the blogger photos, like, I felt like the texture of the skin on the Dewback, that felt like it had a lot of realism to me. And some of those photos felt a little bit too high def. I was like, oh no, I feel like I'm staring at some kind of creepy lizard or a snake. But this was also released by Hot Toys. So we have a trooper, because everybody loves troopers, right? Like Darth Allison loves troopers. And you can have a Dewback for your trooper. So why not? Why not have a herd of Dewbacks with a herd of troopers and just fulfill all your Star Wars dreams? It's amazing. Weekly with Miss Allison. Yeah, look, Darth Allison, she loves the Star Wars. She keeps threatening to hijack the stream and take over 1 week. So it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, her Star Wars enthusiasm is just, it's a bit too much for me. And she will not shut up about getting Neon Tech BB-8. It's all she talks about is Neon Tech BB-8. And I'm like, mate, I don't think they're making Neon Tech BB-8. But she's like, no, Howie Claus is going to make me Neon Tech BB-8. She's convinced it's going to be a convention exclusive. So, goodness, I don't want to see the reaction if that happens, because I think she's just going to be out of her brain. MRC's Modern Suit Batman had a rip on the suit during the review. Really? I wonder if that's an isolated issue or if it'll be more widespread. Oh, I didn't know that. That's a bummer. That's a big bummer. That's a surprise. I didn't realize you have to cut the art box to put the comic cover into the display base. I'm not a fan of that personally. I like displaying the art boxes where I can. I think it's within. So you know how you have the sort of slip cover with the figure? I think that's where the printout is that you cut out. I just don't think I'm a very good cutter-outerer. Like, I don't think I can cut in a straight line. So that would be the part that stresses me out, trying to get very crisp, beautiful edges, which is what I would want. So I'd probably have to call an adult and ask them to cut it for me. But yeah, I wish it was, a pre-cut out thing, but maybe that just also ensures it doesn't, or reduces the likelihood of it getting damaged in transport as it's part of a bigger piece. But no, you see in Figure Hideout's unboxing that he's cutting out the comic book cover. The bases are really cool. They're just a bit too long, though. Spaces that are premium right now. Yeah, I hear you. I just got a bunch of figure stand decals in, so I can swap out some of the bigger bases that I have. So things like the 89 to 97 display, like the Batman and Robin figures, the DX9, the Joker, all those big chunky bases are going, and they're getting replaced with oval display bases because they're a lot more space friendly. So yeah, I hear you. I wish I could get this. Why not? Why can't you get it? Allison knows her stuff. Yeah, look, Allison, she's a Star Wars OG. She's Star Wars back when Star Wars was Star Wars. Whatever the hell that means. Dewback, baby. The Dewback is so dope. Can't wait to get it. Yeah, I think it would be cool. Dewback, do it. Yeah. Do it if you can. By the way, you asked who Kit Fisto is. He was the tiny goblin creature that controls R2-D2 from inside. Can't remember their species, though. Thank you for explaining. I do mean that. Do the Jew. People are so excited about this Dewback. I'll complain about the space and then order this Dewback. Yeah, I feel like that's most collectors, to be honest. All the Hono figures are like that. You can't cut the box insert for the faux comic book cover. Someone posted a video on the InArt Batman. Apparently the rooted version has misproportions on the body. Apparently the sculpted version is better. No real issue with the torso size. Oh, really? That's interesting, because I feel like the sculpted one has been quite delayed. Like, I've got a friend here in Perth that is still waiting to get their sculpted InArt Batman from Sugo Toys. So I don't know. Heath says can't. You can cut the box. Yeah. Neon Tech BB-8. Hey, if it looked cool, I'd consider buying it. Yeah, it would look amazing because it's Neon Tech and it's BB-8. I don't know why she's obsessed with BB-8. I recently got my InArt sculpted Batman. He's beautiful. That's cool. I'm glad that someone's getting it. Invoice will soon be due. Well played. Well played. Hi on figures. Hi there. Hi yourself. How you doing? Happy Friday. Hello Helen. Hope you had a good week. Hey Big Rib. I survived week 2 back at work. It's an adjustment. I'm doing my best. But I hope you had a great week, and I hope we all have a great weekend. I just got the premium InArt Joker 4-pack, and it's amazing. Oh, that's cool, High on Figures. I was saying earlier that I felt like a lot of people were getting Ron and Paul, and I wasn't hearing about a lot of people getting the Joker, so that's cool. That's cool that you've got it. The Sand Trooper Sergeant looks great. I'm only getting the Sand Trooper since I have the Sideshow Dewback. Look, I mean, this is the Trooper to get right. Like, I mean, he's got, is that the one ring? Like the Precious? Is that what he's holding? Can I infuriate the Lord of the Rings fans as much as the Star Wars fans? He's holding something. What is it? Is it even a ring? I don't know. Is it a ring? Is it a compass? I've got no idea. But look, it's a Trooper. They all look pretty freaking similar to me. I'm not going to lie, guys. The Star Wars, it's not my thing, but I said I'd show the news. So whether it's Star Wars and other stuff I don't know, I'm going to show it to you. But yeah, I mean, as I said, though, the details on this Dewback, like, it feels like the texture is very realistic. Like, it looks very impressive to me. And I've seen a few of these Star Wars creatures in person, and I feel like Hot Toys does a really good job of these. So if you're getting this, amazing. It seems like this is a bit more popular than the Blurg. I feel like the Blurg's kind of hung around in pop culture for a while, whereas I think someone said last week that this is waitlisted on Sideshow, so maybe a little bit more popular. I'm in Hong Kong. Oh, okay, that will explain it. I was in Hong Kong in November, and I was really surprised at just how many InArt figures I saw in stock. Like, I went to Richmond Shopping, is it Plaza or Arcade? I can't remember. And there was just 4 cartons of rooted Aragorn figures just sitting there, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. You guys definitely get it a lot quicker than us. Yeah, it's a reference to the scenes Look Sir Droids. I don't know what that's about. I know I watched your videos. You got the Batman die. Oh, thank you for watching them. I appreciate that. Yeah, I did. It's I've actually got Christian Bale Batman standing on it, which might be sacrilegious to some people. But yeah, I bought a lot of things in Hong Kong. Like, I seriously, it was quite a shopping haul. I really, have to say, it's very hard now wanting certain accessories. Like, I want some blank oval display bases, and knowing what they go for in Hong Kong and seeing the prices online. Yeah, figure shopping in Hong Kong is just amazing. I hope I can get back there really soon one day. This is beautiful. It's a big bloody beautiful Dewback. BBBD. That's what Darth Allison says. So use that in a sentence when you're talking about the Dewback. You want to say, this is a BBBB. BBBD. And when people say, what is a BBBD? Say it's a big, bloody, beautiful Dewback. Hashtag Darth Allison. Hot Toys has gotten much better with accuracy and materials. Yeah, I feel like they have. I would agree with that statement. I'm just going to have a little bit of water and then we're going to crack on because it's already been an hour. Will this be a 2-hour stream? I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to keep it to 2 hours, guys, but I'll do my best. Have you seen The Joker 2019? One of my favorite movies. That's why the InArt is my grail now. Yeah, I've seen that movie. I saw that movie a few times. I really enjoyed it. The sequel, not so much. But no, that original movie, I really liked. I have it on Blu-ray as well, believe it or not. BBBD. I mean, Tully, like it's gonna become the new way people refer to the Dewback. They're not gonna say Dewback. They're gonna go BBBD. And you know where that came from. You guys are inside the circle. The Darth Allison inner circle. You're all there. As much as I think I would love the idea of being able to walk down the street in Hong Kong to pick up a hot toy anytime I like, I'd probably be living on the street because I'd be broke. Well, they're a lot cheaper there, Mike, particularly if they're on sale. And also, there was quite a few shops that even were selling used figures. So there were certain figures like Endgame Thor and Sylvie that were being sold used for something like 600 Hong Kong dollars. I've got my phone, so I can give you a quick conversion as to what that means. But I know for me, like when I went there, Toy Hunters had a 50% off sale. So I got like Valkyrie and Kate Bishop for something like, what was it, like 115 US dollars? So 600 Hong Kong dollars is like 80 bucks US for a used figure. Like you'd go on Toy Anxiety and maybe you'd get a head sculpt and some hands for that. So the prices are just very different because you're buying direct. So yeah, very different ball game over there. Oh, Dark Knight Archives, that's very kind. 32 likes, 47 in the chat. Hit the like button, everyone. Thank you, appreciate that. Everyone's pitching in for Carlos because he's watching the replays now. So he would say, hit the like button for our dear friend Helen. And I'd say thank you. And maybe subscribe because I'm 5 away from 2,500. So that would be cool. 50% off means I can just buy double. Well, I did not think I would buy full figures from Hong Kong. And then I bought 3 of them and I had to slow myself down. So 80 bucks for a figure sounds great. Yeah, that's a used one. But still, I mean, you probably, if it's open, you probably get to look at it before you take it home. But yeah, 80 bucks is a freaking steal. Like some of the prices there were just, as I say, they're hard to unsee now. And I have to remind myself, like, these are not Australia prices. These are Hong Kong prices. Helen, which is your most anticipated figure you have on pre-order this year? Mine is the Keaton Batman Returns. Look, that's definitely up there for me. I think at this stage, I would say Endgame Scarlet Witch, because I want her for my A-Force. And I currently have the Age of Ultron Wanda in there, which is not the right suit, and I don't love her hair. So I'm really keen to get Wanda because I want to, as much as I want Okoye, I want to try to finalize the layout of my A-Force, particularly now I've got that awesome diorama from Full Team Creations that I got in Hong Kong. I think it's Endgame Wanda because I just had such a, like for so many years I was trying to get the Civil War version and it was always ridiculously expensive and it was never like, and then it would be like, oh, but the jacket's flaking and this and this and that. And I'm like, cool, you want like $750 for a figure that is not holding up. So mine would definitely be Endgame Wanda. Wow, that's cheap. Yeah, I mean, the like base from the Batman 22 Deluxe was like 150 Hong Kong dollars, which I think is like 20 bucks US. So seriously, stuff there was so cheap. I'd be broke dropping $1,000 at a time. Yeah, well, I mean, I bought a lot of stuff, but when I calculated how much it really wasn't too bad. So exchange rate is your friend. But that's just it, Helen. The cheaper they are, the more enticing they are. Plus, I prefer new figures instead of secondhand. I hope that doesn't sound too snobby. No, it doesn't. That's a fair play. But again, like, the retail prices there are cheaper, and then Toy Hunters doing sales. I got 3 brand new figures directly from Hot Toys for less than what I would pay for one at Pop Culture. Like, that's how cheap it was. It was crazy. Walk out with one of these flat tops loaded with figures. Maybe. How many BBBDs are you getting? Look, Helen's not getting any. Miss Allison could be getting several, because she likes to army build. She's a bit too passionate about that. So I'm worried that if she hears I'm going to go buy a garage shelf, she's going to want garage shelves for more BBBDs. So, like, I have to keep my voice down, because if she hears me, I'm in all kinds of trouble, and I just don't need that in my life. All right, we're going to move on from the BBBD, but everyone, your homework is to use BBBD in a sentence with the collector if you're talking about the Star Wars. Miss Allison will thank you. So tomorrow, so sadly bad timing for me in this stream, tomorrow is the InArt Open Base event. Very interesting choice of name for their event. But in the lead up to Open Base, we had a bunch of these photos that just started appearing on social media. So I don't know if these were shared on Chinese social media with more context, but these started to circulate through Facebook groups. So I think a lot of us have taken this as a preview as to what might be either shown or announced at that Tokyo event tomorrow. So we'll all be keeping an eye out on social media to see what's true, what else might we get, because there are still quite a few figures from Wonderfest in 2023 that have not been mentioned in these photos. And I'm thinking of things like Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones, Dumbledore from Harry Potter. There was no other mention of the Anne Hathaway Catwoman, which was shown at the latest Wonderfest. So what does this all mean? We don't know, but I think the interesting thing is these photos, I think, probably just bring to fruition figures that they have said they were going to make for quite a while. And one of them is, of course, Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. I feel like right off the bat, InArt had talked about BVS and doing the big 3, and that's what we're getting. So these photos, are they figures? Are they photos? We don't really know, but I think they're giving us an indication of the figures they intend to make and the intended accessories. And with this Wonder Woman, it's quite interesting, because to me, I'm like, is this a swap out outfit? So you will have that ability to display her with a BVS look and then a bit of the more typical look we saw her with in the Wonder Woman movies. I don't know. You're getting the sword, the lasso, the shield. So you're getting all the accessories you could possibly want. And I know with Wonder Woman 84, I think it just came with the lasso, right? It didn't come with the sword and the shield like previous versions had. So with this, you're kind of getting the full complement to have this set up either to reflect your favorite movie with Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, or mash it up however you like, which is the way I like to do it. I mash it up how I like. The bigger question is, would Shuri be jelly if you got a BBBD? Look, I don't know how Shuri would go. I don't know if Shuri would like try to like take on the BBBD, because she's the queen of the house. So she might not like thinking there's another creature here trying to take her throne. So it would be interesting to see what her reaction would be to the BBBD. Because my Shuri, I love her, but she's a quirky girl. So I don't know. I don't know how she'd react. Helen, Alison's Star Wars collection sounds amazing. When is she doing collection tour? Look, I mean, that's a very good question. I mean, maybe she should do a collection tour. Maybe she should. I can raise it with her. I want a Snape. Yeah, we'll get to Snape. We'll get to Snape. Don't worry. We'll get there. Swap out outfit is a great idea. Yeah, I think it's really smart, because to do this as it's just BVS Wonder Woman, maybe there's people happy with the Hot Toys one, but I think you're almost presenting this as an ultimate version. Choose your own adventure, have it as you want. I think that's smart. So as I said, this is how I'm perceiving this. So if I'm wrong, apologies. I'm having to make some assumptions because the event hasn't happened yet. So all we're doing is guessing. I'm not looking at this Wonder Woman from InArt. I can't go down another line. Maybe I can. Okay, we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that's a lot of us, Mike. I think that's a lot of us. I have the WB100 Wonder Woman and she's incredible. InArts is tempting though. Yeah, I've heard good things about the WB Wonder Woman. And that comes with a very cool display base as well, I feel. I'm interested in how that suit will change out. If it's separate and have magnets, I would also hope Wonder Woman has more accessories. I wondered the same thing too, Blue, because is it a full outfit or is it, I don't know, like how is it going to connect? Because I'm assuming it's going to be potentially a seamless body. So I think, Hot Toys did have that issue with some of those Wonder Woman figures where there was splits under the armpits, and there was some issues with the I don't know if it's silicone or rubber kind of peeling. So if you're inviting people to change outfits, I think you want to make sure that the body's quite durable. So that will be interesting. Is it magnetic? Because they love the magnets. I think that would be a smart way to do it. And Ben Affleck Batman, again, I feel like this is one they have said they will do for a very long time. I think Hot Toys still has a proper Ben Affleck Batman that's meant to be coming out at some point this year, I feel. But as I said, they're completing the trilogy, and that's fair enough, because I'm sure there's people who would have the preference to have their trilogy from the same manufacturer. I think that makes sense. So this one, you're still getting a few accessories there. You've got a Ben Affleck head sculpt. You've got some weapons, hands, the batarangs, things like that. Kind of square base, which feels consistent with what they did for Superman as well. I said this on another stream, but if InArt can pull off a light up lasso, I'll be willing to PO Wonder Woman. Oh, that'll be interesting. I wonder if they could do something, I don't know, something with like cob LEDs. I don't know if that could be a thing. I'm not a lighting expert by any means. Batfleck. Yeah, there's a lot of love for the Batfleck. So I can see this being something that is very popular, something that people look forward to getting. Nolan vs. Batman is my favorite, but I'm definitely getting Batfleck and Wonder Woman from InArt. I need to pick up InArt Superman to have the Trinity. Yeah, I think a lot of people will be thinking that. And I mean, I'm still sitting here going, when are you going to make a companion piece for your Joker? But I just feel like while Hot Toys is in this mode of doing a lot of 2.0s and whatnot for the Dark Knight trilogy, I just get the impression that InArt's staying away till that's done and dusted. Like, I had really hoped by now we would have seen something, because technically it's been 2 years since that Joker, well, they counted as released. Because what was it, December 2020, was it 2022 or 2023? I feel like it was 2022. Maybe I'm wrong. But it was a while ago. And we've seen a Catwoman. No Christian Bale. I would love a Christian Bale. Or Hot Toys, just give me that thing without an armory, please, Howie Claus, I love you. And then this will make a lot of people happy, because we saw this at Wonderfest 2023. I feel like nothing was said about it in 2024. And now the Christopher Reeve Superman is back, so I know this is a version of Superman that people have a lot of love for. You've got the Clark Kent and the Superman. I love that diorama base that the Superman figure is on. That looks really cool. And I'm wondering if that will have some kind of light up feature, or if it's maybe just painted in a way where that back bit kind of looks a bit lighter and brighter. That'll be very interesting to see. So 2 figures, a nice diorama base. You're getting, I'm guessing it's a Daily Planet, a few other accessories there. So I'm sure this is one that people would have been very happy to see an update on, because this is the problem. Like when InArt goes quiet on some of the stuff, it's like, are they still doing it? Are they not going to do it? What's happening? So I'm pretty sure that there will be a lot of people wanting to pick this one up. Depending on the price on InArt's Wonder Woman, I may get 2 and buy a Hot Toys Justice League base for her to complete that set. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of mixing and matching. So those Justice League bases were pretty cool, weren't they? They were those quite elevated step bases that had a big Justice League logo on them. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can probably pick one up from somewhere. I don't know if Toy Anxiety still has one, but I mean, surely you can. I feel like you can find anything loose if you are patient enough. Want to get the Christopher Reeves Superman Clark Kent if the head sculpts are on point? Yeah, I think that's going to be the big question with this, because I feel like the original prototypes, and I'm casting my mind back 2 years, I feel like people weren't exactly happy with them. So hopefully with time, they'll refine them. And I mean, maybe at the event, the figures will be in person. Like perhaps at this event, it was just a presentation to, I don't know, staff, stakeholders, a group to show, hey, this is what we're going to show. And then maybe at the open base event, we'll actually have these in person, because that would be cool to get some in-hand video or photos of what these are actually looking like. So again, hypothesizing, but you know, you'd hope it's more than just some photos. Surely there's going to be some updated prototypes there for people. InArt needs to give us a proper Batman Begins, and while we're at it, give us a Nurse Joker. Yeah, give us Nurse Joker, for the love of God, someone. Yeah, and a lot of people have said that to them about Batman Begins. So I don't know if they're going to do that, because they always talked about wanting the Batman to complement the Joker. But will they still go down that road? I don't know. I think if they did a good Begins, there would definitely be a lot of love for that. And it's the 20th anniversary this year, I'm pretty sure, of Begins. So it would be a smart one to do if they can get it right. So I'd love that. Nurse Joker. Give me seamless rooted Nurse Joker. I would be so happy. Reeve Superman is so beloved, and interest will be even higher because of the recent documentary. It did really well, so hopefully they do it justice, because the prototype was rough. Yeah, I'm glad my memory was right, because I feel like we were doing Collectors Unite at that stage, and I remember a lot of people weren't particularly happy with how that was looking. Same with Daenerys. So fingers crossed at this event we'll see an updated prototype, and hopefully it's trended in the right direction. A picture of the Dewback in the outback would look awesome. Look. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? But this is not the droid you're looking for. That will not be me. I would love to have a revolving door diorama for Reeve Superman, to have Clark Kent running and Superman flying out. Now, that's a cool idea. That's a very cool idea. Yeah, I mean, you could maybe get like one of those rotating turntables, and could you have like something there? Maybe. That would be cool. I know at Hot Toys Echo Base, they have 2 Avengers displays on rotating turntables, and that was very cool, particularly when they had figures like Iron Man and War Machine back to back, and you could just kind of watch the different figures come around. I thought that was really cool. So yeah, maybe you could get a rotating turntable and do something. That'd be cool. I fully appreciate what Reeves did for Superman, but he was a bit before my time. I'm still wondering if that Clark Kent is a power pose like the Bale from the Army release. Look, that'll be interesting, wouldn't it? I think people would be a little bit disappointed if these were power poses. That's very, even JND, right? Like the JND Dark Knight is kind of a power pose. So I hope not. I think people expect InArt to be articulated figures. So we shall see. 2 ticks. I'm just going to have some water. Okay. And then we had Lord of the Rings. I think this is Sam and Frodo. Is it Sam and Frodo? Spoiler, haven't seen the Lord of the Rings. I have seen the Hobbit movies, though. That's a story in itself. I saw all three of them at the cinema, and I had grievances. But I've got Sam and Frodo from the Lord of the Rings, so they're continuing on with that line, which is really cool. There were some people who were speculating, given they are photographed together, will it be a 2-pack? Who can say? Hopefully we find out more on the weekend at this open base event. But I know there's people that have said, like, you know, if you're going to do Lord of the Rings, we kind of want to have knowledge or an understanding of the commitment of how far you're going to go. So they're still trugging along with it. So fingers crossed that they continue on and everybody gets who they want from the Lord of the Rings. And The Walking Dead. So The Walking Dead, I'm pretty sure, was one they showed at Wonderfest in 2024. And this is a new license for them. They're doing the 3 different figures. And have I seen this? No, of course I haven't seen this. It's funny, when shows like The Walking Dead came out, I was actually working and doing a postgraduate degree at the same time. So I had very limited time for shows, and I never got into The Walking Dead. And I feel like it was also Breaking Bad. Like, there was Walking Dead, Breaking Bad. There was a few things on at the same time, and I just didn't have the time to watch all of them, and then I never came back to it. So for me, not for me, but I do like that they're doing some different figures. Like, I know there have been some Walking Dead figures produced. I'm not sure if they were licensed or unlicensed, so apologies. If someone knows, let me know if they were licensed or not. But I like the fact that they're doing something that hasn't been done to death. Like, I know people are excited for Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman. I know people are excited for Batfleck. They've been done. They've been done quite a bit. So the fact that we're getting a different IP, some different characters, like, I think this is a good thing. So I'm really encouraged to see InArt willing to do something a little bit different. So I think that's really good. And it'll be interesting with all of these, right? Like, the thing I haven't addressed so far is what will the licensing be on these things? Are some of these things still going to be just China, Australia, and New Zealand? Will some of these have a worldwide license? Like, could the Walking Dead figures be worldwide licenses? Because with the Superman, I'm pretty sure that was not worldwide. So will Wonder Woman and Batfleck, will they be the same? Will they just be China, Australia, and New Zealand? That'll be the interesting thing to see with all of these teasers that we've seen. Hello all. Hi, Carl Goodwin. How are you? Happy Friday. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, The Walking Dead, as I said, I will be also interested to see what the demand is for these. Because I'm not sure how popular this IP was. I feel like this aired a while ago. So is the love still there from people? I don't know. Time will tell. And then Harry Potter. So this was interesting as well, because I know the people that I know that are getting the Harry Potter figures, they're loving the line. They're very excited by it. But we know that some of those pre-order numbers were pretty low. But it seems like they're pretty committed to the franchise, which is pretty cool. We didn't get an update on Dumbledore, which is, again, what we saw at Wonderfest in 2023. But they're doing Snape and they're doing Draco Malfoy, which I think is fantastic. Like, you think of that first movie, they're prominent characters. And I think it's cool that they're also doing, I guess what you could say is quote unquote some villains. I know, Snape can be a villain or a hero, depending how you want to see him. But I think it's cool that they're doing Malfoy as well. And I love that they're continuing that theme of having, I'm guessing it's the Slytherin common room. That's the backdrop for Draco. A lot of accessories, which is awesome. Snape probably has a little bit less. Like, it looks like he's got his potions kit with him. But a bit of a different diorama base there, which I think, I don't know, I feel like that's a bit of a bummer because everyone else has got these backdrops. So maybe they could have given him like the backdrop of like one of the classrooms or the Great Hall, like maybe Snape and Dumbledore could have had backdrops from the Great Hall. Like that might have been a cool idea, particularly if they, this is again purely speculation, like particularly if they do McGonagall, you could have Dumbledore, McGonagall, and Snape with. I watched Harry Potter, guys. I don't not watch any movies. I've read the books. So as I said, I think this is cool, and I know people that have got those Harry Potter figures were super excited to see that they're continuing with that line. So I think it's awesome that they are doing that. And a lot of people love Alan Rickman, use your words. So yeah, I can see that figure being quite popular. Did someone say Harry Potter? I did. Hello, Hot Toys Hotline. How are you? Welcome. Happy Friday. That Reeve Clark Kent would look great with a phone booth diorama. Yeah. I like Blue's idea of the rotating Clark Kent in, Superman out. That would be epic. Dumbledore looked like he was ready for PO in 2023. Yeah, he looked really good. And we've just heard nothing about him ever since. So I was really surprised that in these sort of teaser photos, it was just Draco and Snape. Will we get something in from the Tokyo event tomorrow? I think we're keen to see, because I think a lot of people would want that Dumbledore. And again, I kind of feel like McGonagall would be a cool one too. And Hagrid, of course, Hagrid. I think a lot of people want Hagrid. So maybe you could have the Harry Potter staff or the Hogwarts staff. They could have Great Hall backdrops that connect together. And then the kids all have their like common room backdrops. That would be cool. But yeah, I just feel like give people the backdrop option. Don't not have a backdrop for Snape. I love The Walking Dead, but it did drag on a few seasons past its best before date. Okay, fair enough. I just never watched it. Snape is the only one I'd be interested in. Yeah, I feel like there's a few people that might just want Snape. We'll definitely have a full Harry Potter shelf one day in 2035. Yeah, I mean, maybe by 2035. Want Malfoy for the chair and mud. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Like I was having this conversation with I think Bob and Anthony from Figure Posing Channel, where I kind of was talking about the price of buying items loose now. Sometimes it feels like it's cheaper to just buy the figure completely than buying individual parts. So you do you. But yeah, as I said, I thought it was great to see they're still investing in this Harry Potter line. And yeah, I hope there'll be some prototypes at this event, and we'll start seeing actual photos and footage of the figures. That would be really cool. Is that my last one? That is my last one. So that were the teaser photos for InArt that were out during the week. So tomorrow, 18th of January, is when the open base event is in Tokyo. Keep an eye out on social media. I'm sure, like has happened with previous events, sometimes before the event even starts, the photos are out on social media. So we'll wait and see. So before we do J&D, quick water break, and we're going to bring it home with J&D. All right, guys, J&D Joker, my goodness. We spoke about it last week, and as I said, this smiling head sculpt was not it. This is the creepy guy at the bar that as a woman you're hoping does not come near you. And I was very surprised, I think it was yesterday that this happened, that J&D put a message out on their social media. This is J&D Studios. This is a notification to our Kojun Works, the Joker customers. After some early production pieces of Kojun Works Joker Type C were sent out in Korea, we received opinions on the inconvenience of setting the figures from customers, so we decided to recall the early production pieces and improve the package and send it back, so the head can be combined from the beginning. In addition to this, I would like to inform you that we will apply the following additional upgrades to the final product. 1. Recreation of costumes. 2, adjustment of hairstyling, the length, hair curl, color, etc. Improve magnetic movable eyes, iris size, and make it easier to control. Change internal package design, redesign to head. I think that means so head combined and replaced with new package. Best fit pre-apply. Bit of bad England, but anyway, I think we get the gist. As a result, the product is expected to be shipped in Q2 2025, just like we announced first. So they brought this out early, okay. We kindly ask for your understanding as it reflects our efforts to maximize your collecting experience, JND Studios. So interesting. I don't really know why you wanted to rush this out the door. But anyways, oh, my eyes take it off the screen. I'm sorry, Mike. I wanted to fill the screen, and I feel like I put that photo there for dramatic effect. Here we go with J&D Joker. Grab popcorn, everyone. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, Snape has such a huge following. There's going to be a lot of non-1/6 collectors chasing this figure after the fact and drive its prices through the roof, just like Blitzway Ghostbusters. Well, this is the interesting thing, Broke Collector, because when InArt announced the Harry Potter license on Collectors Unite, I asked the question of, there's a lot of Harry Potter fans, but are they in at merchandise at this price point? And I had a few people very vigorously saying, yes, this will be a big seller. The Potterheads are aware of InArt. They're going to buy up a storm. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like it was maybe like 500, 600 for Harry Potter. Like, it wasn't big numbers. I feel like it was like one of their lowest. And then Harry and Ron and Hermione, I feel like, were less than Harry. So I didn't know what to expect, because I feel like the people I know that like Harry Potter, they're not buying Hot Toys figures. They're buying wands and stuffed Hedwigs and things like that. Like, I didn't know they'd be in at, you know, the price point of InArt. So it will be interesting to see. What was wrong with his costume? I thought they looked good. I feel like some people were thinking the purple jacket was maybe a bit too big. We kind of talked about that a bit last week, I feel. But yeah, I don't think the clothing was the most offensive part of this figure. I had the J&D Joker on pre-order, have since cancelled after the head sculpt not meeting my unrealistic expectations. Have instead gone down the custom route. Yeah, that's fair enough, JB. I think a lot of people have changed their minds on this one. No revamp of head sculpt. They might be doubling down on that head sculpt. Yeah, it's interesting. And my next screenshots will show. With the magnetic eyes not moving. Well, see, they shared some in-hand footage from collectors. And I feel like one of the videos was trying to show the magnetic eyes. And I was watching it going, are the eyes moving? Like, I couldn't even really tell. So I don't know. Because InArt was going to do that with one of their figures, right? Was it Gandalf? Was it Gandalf that was meant to have the magnetic eyes and then they scrapped that idea? So it may be harder than they realize. Looking to my J&D Joker, an expensive curiosity. Yeah, fair enough. I know, like, Anthony at Figure Posing Channel. I'm pretty sure Bob Dylan. I think they're both still looking forward to this. So the reason I wanted to bring up this screenshot, and I have to thank Bob because he supplied these subsequent screenshots. So this is what J&D posted on Facebook. So if you read this, you go, okay, they're retooling this figure. They're tweaking the costume. They're going to make some changes to the hair, the eyes. They're changing the packaging. And also the way you attach the head sculpt is a bit problematic. And I'll show some photos later on of, I guess, what has been difficult and what collectors have not liked about the way the head sculpt is done. If they make that magnet any stronger, it will pull them right out of the head. I mean, I think it's a fine line, right? Like, you got to be careful that they're not too sensitive, but they've got to move at the same time. This J&D Joker is atrocious. On top of being ridiculously overpriced. Yeah, it is ridiculously overpriced, 100%. So as I said, this is what was shared on Facebook, and then Bob provided me with some translated copy from another social media post that was done. And it's got some bad English because it's gone through Google Translate, which is not 100% accurate, but we're going to get the drift. So 4 screenshots. So it's meant to be Kojun Works. Joker domestic delivery, all recall notice. This is J&D Studios. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused by our Kojun Works Joker product. In order to minimize the differences in settings for each user for Kojun Works Joker and to allow you to own and enjoy the product without any inconvenience, we decided to change the internal packaging. So they're changing the packaging according to this. So they talk about, instead of having the head separately packaged, they're going to have it combined. Because the head is the head, neck, and then part of the torso. So my understanding is for people to put that on, they're having to undo layers of clothing to attach. And I know when I got my InArt Joker, I hated how I had to fuss with collars to get the head on. So I imagine given the way this would have to sit, that would be very annoying. So it says, in addition, we'll do our best to take care of and supplement any parts that have been missing during the recall process so we can prepare the product so you can be satisfied as possible when it's re-released. And then it talks about if you want to proceed with the recall, there's a form that you fill out and there's some deadline dates that they share. So recall will go through the head bonding process, and I'm guessing that's fixed setting process for all return products, and prepare them again so you can take them out and keep them right away. All recall products will be supplied in new internal packaging that conforms to the revised specifications. So then it talks about, again, the inner packaging. We don't really need to go into all of that. We'll confirm the detailed schedule as soon as possible and inform you individually, apologize for the inconvenience, so on and so forth. But the thing that's interesting about this post is they're just talking about the packaging and having the head attached to the body. They're not talking about retooling the hair. They're not talking about tweaking the clothing. So which is which? And I'm not here to go J&D rah. I'm just flagging, like, we've had some different messages going around. So people, if you're going through with it or if you're questioning, I would try to clarify with J&D to confirm, what is it? Are they just making sure the sculpt is attached and they're changing packaging? Or are they going to make those modifications? And that's a question for you to answer. Like, will those modifications be enough for you to go through and still get it? I can't answer that question for you. I can't tell you what you want to do. I don't recall, do they even show the packaging? So they are referring to how the figure is packed versus the box itself. Yeah, so this is the thing, Mike. So my next, not this photo. So these are some of the in-hand photos. So they did show some photos from customers. And I will say, I don't think the neutral one is horrible. I don't think it's bad. I do think the makeup is maybe a bit overdone. But this neutral one is okay. The neutral one is not the problem. It's the laughing one. So again, very close-up photo of the sculpt. But this is the thing. So if you look at the photo on the left of the head sculpt, you can see that the head sculpt includes part of the shoulder and a bit of the chest. So the issue for people were, you really had to take a lot of the clothing off to attach the head. And I can imagine, particularly, you're trying not to fuss around with that rooted hair. So I can imagine they got a lot of feedback from people saying, you know what, J&D, this sucks. Like, you're having to undo ties and collars and all that and trying not to mess up the hair to attach basically the shoulders and torso back into the figure body. Like, I can understand. I don't think that would be a fun process because, as I said, even with the InArt Joker, I felt like I had to loosen the tie, do all this stuff to get the sculpt in. So this would be a far worse experience. And that middle photo, I don't get why they keep wanting to show us that with his neck up. Like, he doesn't do that in the movie, right? Like, I'm not imagining things. This is not like a signature look for the Joker where it's like, oh my God, he can pull off that looking up scene. I just don't get it. And that photo on the right is just, shows you how bad that laughing sculpt is, seriously. When some collectors say it's overpriced, the single is 1K. If you get a custom head sculpt, about 500-700, plus you bought a figure, Hot Toys or InArt, it's close to the same. Yeah, look, it's up there, and I think this is where the J&D pricing is definitely, it's more in line with customs, and I think it is a bit of a different market. Like, it is 1/6 scale, but I don't think they're trying to capture the heart and minds of hundreds of thousands of Hot Toys collectors. I genuinely don't, but I think, you know, there is an interest from the community to see what they do. How does it stack up? But I think if you're in that custom world, you're kind of used to those prices and you don't bat an eyelid to it. But Hot Toys prices are very different, and even people are, you know, the artisans, they're saying, well, that's too much for me, and that's fair enough. As I said, everyone is going to have their thresholds as to how much they're comfortable in spending, and that's fair game. But this, like the sort of deluxe version, I think, you know, and again, people are saying, oh, well, you can't say you're getting this many Hot Toys for the price. I think people will make that comparison. Like, you're getting a vehicle and some figures or a bunch of figures for the same price. And it's in the eye of the beholder, right? Like, some people might look at this and go, silicone, rooted hair. Yeah, I perceive that as value. But other people might be like, it's one figure compared to 6 Hot Toys I can buy. I perceive that as value. Both opinions are valid, but they're going to be very different for different people. Seems they're talking about just pre-attaching the head sculpt and amending the packaging to accommodate Gs. Well, this is the thing, JB. Like, the translated post, that's what that sounds like. But if we go back to that Facebook post, sorry, it's a few slides away, they talk about recreation of costumes and adjusting the hairstyling, length, color, haircut. So which is it? So this is my genuine question, like, how much are they going to do? Because one post that's been, you know, I can't exactly remember, was it in Korea where it was, but another post that's been put out and been translated to English has a very different explanation as to what they're doing. So is it just the heads attached a new packaging, or are they retooling it? Is it different messages for different audiences? I don't know. Like, are these people that got early batches just getting that ability to go, yep, if you send it back to us, we'll attach the head sculpt? But then, because I'm guessing this may be in batches and they're still making stuff. So is it just the people that don't have it are going to get these modifications? And even then, you know, Chinese New Year, it's 12 days away. We're looking at 2-3 weeks of nothing. That takes us to mid-February, and they're saying, like, it'll be done by Q2. So it makes me wonder, like, how developed are these figures? Are they still being worked on? Do they exist? Like, I think it'll be an interesting one to monitor, personally. So they're switching to premium foam rather than peasant foam. Yeah. Premium everything for J&D. Back to formula. Yeah, look, the translations are not great. But you get the gist of it. But I just wanted to share those screenshots just because that's two very different messages from J&D. So I know, what are they making? 300 of these? So it's not like it's going to impact a lot of collectors. But as I said, I feel like people are monitoring the J&D situation. I think there is some interest in this. And I did find it quite peculiar that on one hand, they're saying it's attaching the head and packaging, and another one you can see we've got a list of other things that includes that and more. So I don't know which is which. Since the recall is Korean based only, I would think the Korean language announcement would be more accurate than the English one. Well, that's the thing. Because when I said to Bob, because I knew he had this on pre-order, I said, oh, isn't it interesting they're retooling the Joker? And he's like, well, what do you mean? It's like they're changing the packaging. And I was like, well, this Facebook post says this. And he's like, well, these screenshots from here say that. So this is where I'm like, well, which is it? I'm not entirely sure. JND is located in Korea, not China. I think this reflects the pricing as well. I think I said Korea. If I didn't, I apologize. I do know that they are Korean. And it's interesting because having spoken to Christian, with Collectors Unite, like he said that. He said Hot Toys is seen as like Hono in Korea. Like it's entry level, it's cheap, it's crappy. Like they're more about custom, expensive, more limited. So I think when you contextualize JND in that environment, it's probably very desirable there. Whereas for the rest of us, it's a very different product and probably not something we all have an appetite to spend that much money on. I'm just gonna have some water. Hot Toys is priced highly enough and the highest quality, best, and most consistent head sculpts, and folks cry about the price sometimes. No figure from any other company is worth 1K, never ever. Yeah, I mean, I I feel like the baseline for Hot Toys is very good. And I've constantly said I've never gotten a Hot Toys figure and been disappointed. Um it depends. I'm a bit the same. Like I appreciate these artisan figures, but I can't buy them directly, and these reseller prices are not for me. And I know when Artisan Wonder came out, and that was pushing like $1,000 with the resellers, I was like, I think I found my limit. I don't think I would pay $1,000 for a single figure. I don't think I would. Um, but as I said, I think the threshold is going to be different for different people. So I can completely understand where you're coming from, though. I feel like I'm in a similar boat. Embarrassingly, I've spent too much on custom figures in the past year. Was hoping J&D could nail the likeness, which in my opinion is a huge miss without having to go customs. However, I'm now going custom. Yeah, I mean, it is. And I mean, I kind of, I think we all get a glimpse into the custom world through someone like Bob Dylan, who's always getting cool custom stuff. It's an expensive game, and I think that's the thing. I think there's people who would like customs, like if there's a particular character they want that doesn't exist. But I think the price is a real barrier to entry for some people. I know for me, like Jackson Zhu did a Nurse Joker head sculpt, and I've wanted a Joker head sculpt without a neck so I can put it on a seamless body. But the price was up there. Like to get the sculpt, it was painted and rooted. It was either 8 or 850 US, and that's not unreasonable. But I was like, when you do pay, the exchange rate with the Australian dollar, that was more than like the 89 Batmobile. So as much as I want it, I was like, I'm not in at that price point. So I think, yeah, for custom collectors, it would have been interesting to see how they went with that. But I have to say, I have to admit, the early footage of the Catwoman I saw, I really liked that the likeness to Anne Hathaway. I think that had potential, but I don't feel like, do people really need Airport Selena and Maid Selena? I feel like I've never heard anybody say that that's what their collection is missing, but I don't know. Maybe there's someone out there who believes that. J&D owner had a stream last night. A lot of confusion. The people who got it first not sure to return the figure or complete box. They may have to register as well so J&D can keep track. Yeah, I mean, in that translated post, there was like talk of like a Google form that you had to complete. But interesting, because this is the other thing, like J&D is quite notorious for doing live streams and then deleting them. So unless you catch them when they're on, that's it. And I'm pretty sure sometimes they do them in Korean, because I remember Christian would watch and like make notes and kind of tell us what happened in the stream. So it's kind of funny, like we want to be out there and visible, but then like we're not going to leave the replay. We're going to do it in Korean. We're going to kind of be out there, but not. So yeah, I wonder if that stream is even still up, because I know I used to, when they first were making these 6-scale announcements, I used to try to monitor when are they done to try to be on YouTube at the right time to hear the news directly, but it wasn't always easy to do. Hot Toys has the best prices when you you're in Hong Kong. Wish we could have those prices worldwide. Yeah, me too. Me too, man. Seriously. And that's the thing. I can't unsee what I've seen now that I've been there. Um, it's a bummer. But it's funny. I enjoyed visiting Hong Kong, but it's a very busy, hectic place. I don't know that I could live there, but I'd love to go there. Like maybe I could go just like on an annual visit and do a bit of figure shopping and check out Secret Base and the different stores and see how they've changed and just pick up some bits and pieces. Because Asia's very accessible from where I am in Western Australia. So maybe I'll get to go again this year. We'll see. He always deletes it once it's over. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. And I'm kind of lucky because Korea, I think, is just 1 hour ahead of my time zone. So there are a couple of times I've been able to catch it. But if you don't kind of have the luck of being online when they're going live, like they come and go and it's all very secret squirrel. So I don't know. J&D is always interesting sometimes with his choices. Yeah, they are. So I'm just gonna, I'll put that photo up there. So we're looking at something a bit interesting. Helen, are you getting either of those armories? Are you talking about the Hot Toys ones? Because I am not. I have the original armory that came with Bruce and Alfred. I don't want the clear one. I don't feel like I've got space for it. But I want one of those new Batman figures. So I'm hoping Hot Toys eventually releases one solo. So no, I think one armory is enough for Helen. So I will leave it at that. But yeah, look, as I said, guys, like, I have to say, I don't think the neutral sculpt is horrendous. Like, I feel like it's decent. Is it worth the price, which is always what we come back to? I don't know that it is for me. Other people may feel differently, but I don't think this sculpt is bad. That's my opinion. So yeah, they've got their in-hand photos from some collectors. And I guess you get a really interesting look at the detail here. And I guess that's what a lot of people have been unsure about with like the silicone, because I'm pretty sure there was talk of with the statues of feeling like the silicone maybe sags a bit with time. And I don't know if that would be better for 6 scale because it is a lot smaller and it's not like a one-to-one bust or a statue. But again, I feel like this neutral one, I feel like it's... I'm not insulted by this. The photo on the right I'm insulted by. That is just... Yeah. And whoever posted that, like 10 out of 10 for creepiness. Not getting an armory. Alison's taking over. Well, I mean, she wants all the BBBDs. What am I to do? I have an armory, Bob. Bob was trying to enable me to get the Rises armory. And I had considered it to go with the camo tumbler, but I keep changing my mind as to what I want to display with the camo tumbler. Will it be Bruce and Lucius? Will it be Bane? Can I do something where I have both of them in some kind of split scene because they both are with the camo tumbler? I don't know. I'm an overthinker. It takes me a while to land on these things, but I feel like once I make a decision, I'm pretty happy and confident in going ahead with it. So that's just me. I mean, seeing how this Joker came out, how does it make you feel about J&D going forward? Look, I mean, I don't think I'm J&D's target market because I'm not going to spend, this kind of money on a figure. I'm pretty sure the 2-pack with the silicone and all the bells and whistles was something like $1,700 US, which is like 2,500 something Australian. Not for me. But I mean, how are they going? I don't know, because I feel like it's been such a mixed bag. Like, this Joker, as I said, I feel like it's 50-50. Like, one of them looks okay, one of them doesn't. The Batman being like a power pose, I think is a big swing and a miss. But I feel like the Anne Hathaway Catwoman, maybe that's where they can get some redemption. But I also think there's a bit of fatigue with the Dark Knight trilogy. And I mean, I clearly love it because I've got a ton of it. But I think I would like to see them get some different licenses and not just Warner Brothers, because they're also doing Harry Potter stuff, which InArt is doing. I think they could carve out a really interesting niche for themselves, but I'm not sure that just redoing a bunch of stuff that's already been done is the right way to go about it. So I am generally interested to see how long they stay in the 1/6 game and what else they produce. Because I just think Harry Potter's not hugely selling over in art. I don't know why JND thinks it's going to be hugely different for them. Time will tell. The fire rises, it sure does. I don't think this Joker is terrible. I feel it's better than the InArt, but the price is terrible. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. The price is going to be a barrier to entry. I just don't think that smiling sculpt is it. Anthony! Figure Posing Channel. I have mentioned you multiple times, and here you are. Oh wow, cousin, my drive back home just in time to witness this week's under 2 hour stream fail. Sleep for Helen. Look, I just ticked over 2 hours, but this is my last slide, so I'm going to be wrapping up in a couple minutes, which is good for me. I'm going to be wrapping up in a few minutes, guys, because, yeah, hashtag sleep for Helen is very important. Helen is old. But the Kojun Catwoman is looking better than any other version, official or custom. I agree, Bob, and that's the one that I am keen to see how that goes, because I feel like Catwoman could be a real redemption figure for them. Won't be able to type though, but I'm listening while driving. We'll catch the first 2 hours later on the replay. Anthony, cousin, you're a good egg. Anthony always watches the replays, and he's my posing mentor. He helps me with so many figures in my display. So if you want to be a better poser, Figure Posing Channel. He's got some great tutorials. You can see how we've posed some figures together, and I'm not an amazing poser, so those replays of us posing together, you get a lot of information. You get a lot of information to be a better poser. But also there's a group as well. There's a figure posing group, which is cool. And I love that group because I have gotten a lot of inspiration. I do searches for certain characters, and you get some really cool poses from people. So go check out cousin Anthony, Figure Posing Channel. He's a good dude. How do you buy this without feeling ripped off? Folks give these companies so much leeway. It's gullible. Yeah, as I said, I think you'll contextualize it how you want to. And if you're in that custom world, as I said, as we've discussed, I think if you're in that custom world, you look at that price and it's probably not too ostentatious to you. I look at that price and I am like, that's a mortgage payment. Absolutely not. Like, the responsible part of my brain kicks in and is like, no, collector Helen, go to your room, you're in trouble. Agree, Bob. The Kojun Catwoman head sculpt looks great so far. However, the tailoring of the suit, mainly stitch lines, are completely inaccurate. Hopefully JND can amend. Oh, hopefully. Nobody's made a Ra's al Ghul yet. It'd be nice if Hot Toys or InArt made him and Lucius Fox. Oh, Blue. Seriously, from your mouth to Howie Chan's ears. I've said the same thing. I want licensed figures, because in my Dark Knight shelf, the only third parties I have are Lucius and Raz. So again, being the 20th anniversary, I would love to see Raz at a minimum done. You know, they did Star Wars Ra's al Ghul. Give us real Ra's al Ghul. I'd love that. Whether that's him in the suit from the birthday scene, whether a 2-pack of Ninja Bruce and Ninja Raz, I'm down. Like, I would absolutely love Ra's al Ghul. I have the weapons advisor Lucius Fox, which is pretty good for an older third-party figure, I have to admit. I feel like that holds up not too badly, so I do like that one. Hello from Norway. Excited for what's coming from InArt. Welcome. We talked about the leaked photos. You'll have to catch the replay because I'm winding up. I'm trying to do my best to keep these at about 2 hours because it's late. J&D have done some interesting stuff before, like Basquet? I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. I know what I know, and I don't know a lot. I hate my Catwoman 2.0 Hathaway from Hot Toys. I'm waiting to see if InArt does end up making her. Yeah, look, I had an opportunity to get it discounted in Hong Kong, and I couldn't pull the trigger because I I don't think the head sculpt is better. And I saw a photo where someone was showing that theirs was peeling a little bit, which concerned me. I don't know what weather conditions they live in for that to happen. But for me, I didn't see enough to feel like it was an improvement on the 1.0 compared to like Bane. You see improvement. Joker, you see significant improvement because it's like a 10 plus year gap between purple suit Jokers. So yeah, the Catwoman was just a bummer, really. So as I said, I was not waiting for InArt, but if they can do a good Anne Hathaway Catwoman, they might get me back on the bus because Hot Toys wasn't amazing. I've probably said this before, but my posing can be a bit lacking too because I just don't want to break these figures, but I'm always open to suggestions. So here I come, figure posing channel. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. I'm not only worried about breaking, but I'm also concerned about suit damage. And what I really like about Anthony's videos is he will do a range of poses and he will increase the intensity of the strain on the suit. So if you're wanting something that, because my brief to Anthony when we post figures together is, I want cool, but it's not going to damage the suit. And I know like the pose we came up with for Black Widow, we, not me, Anthony, I just needed a lot of explanation. It looks like a statue pose. And I posed that with Anthony, I feel like more than a year ago, and I have not touched it. It's that well done. Like he helped me pose Nebula to get like the hip movement right. We posed Hawkeye. My endgame Hawkeye pose is amazing. Like whenever I post a picture of my Avengers display, everyone is like, oh my God, that Hawkeye pose. It's incredible. So check out Anthony and check out the group. And I'm sure if you have questions, he will be happy to answer. So check him out. And Iron Logan as well also has amazing posing content. So Iron Logan as well is another cool channel to check out. Oh, bless you. 38 likes, 51 watching. Hit the like button, everyone. Yeah, hit the like button, everyone, because Helen's going to wrap up soon. And I've given you 2 hours of my time on a Friday night, so why not hit the like button? It's free. I appreciate it. Little Shuri, who's probably gone to sleep, appreciates it. Little Helen hopes to go to sleep very soon as well. It didn't help that the 2.0 took almost 3 years to come out as well. Yeah, it was a bit delayed. Oh, okay. A famous artist from the 80s before he died, friends with Andy Warhol, ex-boyfriend of Madonna. Oh, okay. JND did a third scale statue. Look him up. Okay. Was not familiar with him, so I don't promise that I'll look him up, though. I'm really bad with stuff like that. Great minds, Helen. I'm the same way. Saw Lael ripped Batman's suit. I actually recoiled. Oh my God. Definitely want to avoid that if possible. Yeah, I know things don't last forever, but I feel like if I can not speed up, it's falling apart. I'm all for that. And particular, like with something like Nebula, like I do worry about her suit long term. Like, is that pleather? Is that like a Star-Lord jacket? Even with Mantis, I'm like, I worry about the pants, and I'm like, well, we'll go with something subtle so we can enjoy her for as long as we can. To this day, I'm more conservative when I pose ever since I broke the arm on my Jin Erso Imperial disguise figure during a live stream years ago. Oh, bummer. Fortunately, Bob Dylan did some body fixes to me. Yeah, Bob Dylan, he's very good with all that stuff. I'm so impressed with things he does. Like I've taken like he did Padme, right? Star Wars Jane Foster. Like he was taking bits from that and bits from that to get the sort of ripped shirt look. I've seen him swap out like forearms on figures and do all kinds of stuff. So another good resource for customizing and repairs is the Kit Bash Kitchen Facebook group. That's another one as well, which is a good one to join. If kit bashing and modifications is your thing, there's a lot of good info in there. But guys, we're just at 2 hours and 10 minutes, so it's a 1:15 midnight. It's Saturday morning here in Australia, so I'm gonna wrap it up. So I appreciate everyone for coming along and hanging out. Let me get this off the screen because I appreciate that this is a lot. So sorry for people that were triggered by having to see that J&D Joker again. Hopefully that's the last time I have to show those figures to you guys. But as I said, thank you for hanging out. I always have fun and I just enjoy how much interaction you guys give me. So appreciate you taking some time to hang out with me on Friday. Hopefully I've kept you a little bit entertained. I'm about to hit 2,500 subscribers and I've decided that's the milestone when I will do my Hot Toys pin giveaway. I'm going to try to make that super easy for people to enter. So keep an eye out for that. That will probably drop in the next couple of days. Have a great weekend, everyone. As I said, keep an eye out. Open base event is tomorrow. So hopefully what we saw and more is shown and maybe we get some in-hand figures that we can, photo figures that we can all enjoy. Thank you, Helen. You're welcome. Thanks for coming, Ramstein fan. Thanks again for another great stream. Toy Collector, thank you. You're always here every week, I feel. I appreciate that. Thanks, Helen. Looking forward to next week. Absolutely. I'm back every Friday. Lock it in. 10 p.m. my time. I don't know what time that is for you. I think it's 9 p.m. Eastern in the US. Afternoon in Europe. Something like that. Cool stream. Thanks, Helen. Have a good one. Thanks, Blue. Appreciate you stopping by. Great stream, Helen. Have a great weekend. Take care. Thank you, Dark Knight Archives. You too. Bobby D. Cheers, Helen. Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate you always coming by. Thanks, Helen and Miss Allison. Yeah, don't forget, guys. BBBD. Use it in a sentence this week with your collectors' friends. Thanks, Helen. Now go to bed. Absolutely, Helen needs to sleep. Thank you, Helen. Good night. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you next Friday.